Girbeagly!
Hey there guys and gals, it's Girbeagly with another episode of Gaming with Girbeagly, and I'm once again playing the Bloody Chronicles demo, and I'm very sorry that it's been about like 2 weeks since I've played this. A lot of games started stacking up, a lot of things started happening in real life, such as Easter, and just lots of other things involving me looking for a new job, etc. But anyway, we're back to Bloody Chronicles, and last episode, Akito continued to be an idiot as we hung out in the Chinese restaurant to celebrate with our team, and Suzumi decided to start telling us the story of how her father died. So she just went through the fact that he taught her martial arts and self-defense training, things like that. So we'll continue her story and see exactly how that went down.
When he went to work, he would kiss my mother, assure her that we'd eat breakfast again, and that everything would be okay. He always said to me, "No one knows what the future holds, but despite what happens, we must move forward." I remember those words like my father would have said it yesterday. The next day, we got up at dawn and were waiting for him. When we heard the doorbell, Mother ran to open it.
Oh no.
She didn't return for a long time. And after a while, I felt like something had happened. 3 men and 1 woman, all dressed in black, went to my room with my mother. She was a bit absent-minded throughout the whole thing. They wanted me to go with the woman to another room, but my mother said that my father gave me a thick skin and that I could handle whatever would happen.
Ah, jeez. That's a hardcore mentality to have about a kid, especially if you're about to tell her that her father died. Good lord.
My father, along with 5 other agents, had been working on finding a group of drug traffickers for several months. On Saturday night, a drug delivery at the port in town was supposed to take place. A large amount of cocaine was to be transferred to local traffickers. The plan was simple. Step in, corner them, and in case of doubt, kill. A run-of-the-mill sting operation. Except somebody gave the traffickers a tip.
Ah, jeez.
When
Poor
the agents
agents.
and my father entered the unloading area, the criminals were surrounded and put their weapons down voluntarily. Father realized that something was wrong. When they knelt on the ground, he heard a series of shots. It was coming from a nearby yacht, and a group of shooters killed the agents. Each of them sustained several bullet wounds before dying. It was a complete massacre.
Now that's pretty fucked up and sad, but at the same time, how did they know that that's what was going through the father's mind if he didn't survive the attack? Unless maybe he did for a little while and he radioed it in or something.
My father managed to dodge
okay.
and hide behind a nearby
I spoke
pile
too
of
soon.
boxes.
I stand corrected, guys.
Before he could call for support, a stray bullet went through his leg, followed by more shots to his chest. He wouldn't go down without a fight, and killed a few of the criminals before he went down for good. Among the evidence was a single bullet in his clip. I decided to take it as a symbol of his last dying wish, to always look forward despite adversity.
That is a hardcore mentality. Holy shit. You took the last bullet, unfired bullet from your dying father's gun clip, and you used that as a memento? Wow, that is hardcore. Suzumi is hardcore, man. That's
And
tough.
that's why you see a bullet on my desk. Is that everything you want to know?
Jeez, okay, well I didn't even know she had a bullet on her desk, but that's the explanation right there in case we see it later. I wonder if that's going to play into this at all, despite just her growing as a character. But also, just before we go on further, guys, I did want to let you know that the Kickstarter for this game is now live. They've moved over from Indiegogo, which they previously were on, to Kickstarter. They're about halfway to their goal right now. I believe they have around a month left to raise the remaining funds. So if you guys want to check that out, I've updated the link down below in the description so that you guys can go see that and fund it if you want to. Like I said, this game looks very promising. The character art is great. I like the background music. Obviously, they need to work on the audio balancing a little bit here, but overall, I think this is a great premise. It's a great start to everything. But let's go ahead and continue with Suzumi's story. Suzumi finishes her story. She stares at her glass of wine, then finishes it in one hearty gulp.
Oh my god, I didn't know it was like that. I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize for the things that you can't control. Life isn't a game where you can reset whenever you feel threatened. It's something I have to live with.
Well, I'm not going to apologize since it's not how I roll, but I'm curious.
Admit that you can't say sorry, will ya? Jeez.
Hey,
Keto, shut up!
yeah, seriously, Akito, eat shit. How do you know all of these details? I thought they were classified.
The day before the incident, cameras were installed. They figured my father wasn't clever enough to check beforehand, but they were dead wrong.
Were they caught later?
After a while, they were caught and sentenced to life in prison.
Well, that's good at least. He didn't die
So,
completely in vain.
That's how it ended? Now I guess we know a little more about you now.
This is exactly why I decided to devote my life to catching criminals and murderers.
That's a pretty good reason. I agree with that. That's all right.
Because of my father's death, I established Yggdrasil. I wanted the truth of these cases to come to light. Remember, there are no accidents in life. Sooner or later, even the most cunning murderer makes a mistake. When that happens, we'll be there to catch him. Oh, and that story I told earlier? For your ears only. Tell anyone and you're going to be fired. Or worse.
Yeah, that's something that you want to probably keep to yourself if, someone's asking for you to respect their wishes of privacy. Of course.
It must be hard for you too, Kazuki.
Yeah, because our parents apparently died in a car crash that was caused potentially by a murderer. So, yeah, I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of connections later on in this game where some of the characters will find out the truth of their parents' deaths. Maybe the guy who set everything up that killed Suzumi's father is the same guy who ended up killing, our character's parents, Kazuki's parents. So, I don't know. Maybe the rabbit hole is going to go deeper. I'm really excited to find out more. For me?
I think Suzumi means that it must be hard losing a parent at a young age.
I guess we can relate to each other after all. We did lose someone close to us very quickly.
But you survived.
Obviously, you idiot.
How did it happen? Do you remember anything?
Man, this is getting, pretty freaking deep here as far as, hey, we're just here to get drunk and eat Chinese food and now everyone's sharing how their parents died? Holy shit. I'm not one for apologies, but I'm sorry for giving you a really blunt version. The car they were driving fell off the cliff, and they died immediately. No, I don't remember what happened to me, and no, I wasn't seriously injured.
I can hear some pain intertwined with the sarcasm. Is everything okay?
It's, probably not okay. My parents died. Let's just say that for some people, it's hard to talk about these things.
But you can be open to us. We're friends, right?
Wow, prying a bit.
I think Kazuki is the type of man who prefers to keep some things to himself.
Thank you, Kaoru. I'm not going to tell them that there was someone else at the crash site. I remember that this person pulled me out of the burning car, and I was screaming. His face? I don't remember it clearly. It was too dark to recognize anything special about him. After he pulled me out, he left me a dozen meters away from the burning vehicle. I perfectly remember screams of my parents. They didn't want to die. Who would? The last thing I remember was an explosion, powerful enough to make me lose consciousness. That's fucked up. I woke up when the ambulance arrived, but it was too late for my parents. Death came unexpectedly, and the only thing that bothers me is who was the person who helped me out, and if he had anything to do with the accident. Maybe Yggdrasil will help me in solving this riddle, but not now. Not at this point.
So, everyone,
Oh,
how
and
was the meal?
Back to normal
Pretty
music.
good. Am I right?
Thanks for breaking the mood, Akito.
Considering it was a surprise, it tasted pretty good.
Chicken
Oh,
could
that's
have been
right.
more rare.
Akito didn't accidentally. He just ordered everyone the same thing, even though we didn't ask for it. So, there's that. That's just Akito being Akito.
My little sister, a food critic.
Why did you order the same dish for all of us?
What? Is this an interview? Sorry, officer. I didn't know I needed an ulterior motive to have a delicious meal with my friends.
It's fine, Kazuki. Let it go. I I might have picked that one anyways.
Very diplomatic of you, Suzumi. I'm thinking Akito was thinking of something else in mind.
Of course I didn't.
Kazuki turns the leaflet of the menu and sees an ad. Buy 5 sets of chicken with shrimp and get the 6th one free. Oh, okay, so there was an ulterior motive. See, this is why we're a detective, guys. This is why we're super smart. We know these things. Coincidence? Most likely.
I have officially lost my faith in boys. How could you use us like that, big bro?
I have to be careful with my clicking. I'm going to be cutting off people accidentally if I click too fast. There he is, dancing around in the background again like a creep weirdo.
Well, I'm quite impressed by your frugal and cunning nature. Even I wouldn't have thought up something like this to get out of paying for a meal.
I've always believed in my abilities. Wait, is that a compliment or an insult?
Probably more of an insult, dude.
I hope you had your money fun, because I think we're going to get into some serious business in a second.
You're right, Kaoru. Someone broke into a grocery store 2 days ago. The thief tried to steal cigarettes and 2 bottles of scotch.
That's it? I mean, not saying that, like, stealing anything is good, but for, a bunch of cases that aren't solved by the police, shouldn't we be worried about the murderers and crazy stuff? We were talking about earlier a dude who got a spear through his skull. I think that's a priority. It's a bigger priority than the thief at the grocery store. And one more thing.
He also stole 2 chickens from the meat counter.
That's hilarious.
Oh.
You guys are comedians.
It was all a sarcastic joke.
I'm not kidding.
Oh, she's not kidding.
Come on, it was just a
Oh,
friends,
God damn it. I
right?
keep clicking through the text. I'm sorry, guys. You can pause it and read if you really want to read those tiny little
Free
lines.
Chicken evenly.
My name is Chicken. Mr. Chicken. Bok bok. Yeah, that's right. Let's all roast Akito. He's an asshole. Akito becomes red with embarrassment. Anyways, I think we may have a clue with the recent crime.
There's a poultry farm not far from here.
Oh, it wasn't a joke.
I think this might be a clue.
So we're poking fun at him about the chicken stuff, but we're also actually going to go track down a cigarette scotch chicken thief? This is an interesting organization. That's all I got to say.
Perfect! Alright, big bro. I'm not mad at you anymore.
Oh no. Are you serious? Are we checking this out right now? But what about the Phantom case?
And what about the charity concert that the two of you had to go to? Akito and Aki earlier were like, oh yeah, we're going to this charity concert later today. Like, what's going on with priorities?
Especially after that stunt you just pulled.
Everyone looks at Akito seriously and he shrugs it off.
Fine. If I have to.
We'll work on the Phantom case in the office tomorrow at noon. As for Akito, we'll prepare documents for the grocery store robbery so you can spend all day looking at chickens. Sound like a deal?
So you're serious? You guys get to work on the Phantom case while I have to go on a wild goose chase?
It's more like a wild chicken chase.
Oh, jokes, Aki, you got him.
The sooner you start, the sooner you'll be done.
Seriously?
You know I never joke, Akito.
I like Suzumi. She's got a lot of spunk about her. She is super fiery. Great, Mr. Chicken. Maybe you can catch the, okay. So obviously there's some translation errors too, and they're hopefully going to edit those out and clean those up as the script goes on. But yes, there's a couple of them so far that I've noticed that I'm just trying to read through. Sorry if I stutter now and then, guys. Maybe you can catch the serial poultry thief once and for all. All the shopkeepers will be grateful. Who knows? Maybe they'll give you a discount. Everyone bursts into laughter while Akito sits and stares at the table.
Don't worry, I'll help you, big bro.
Aw, Aki's so sweet.
Well, I appreciate that we're all a bit silly today, but I hope that tomorrow you'll get down to business with the same energy, all right?
Alright, so what's next? Well, I'll go. Well, maybe not all of us.
Huh?
Hey, I'm coming with you tonight. We promised.
Fine, we're going to that charity concert.
Oh, there it is. See,
Let's meet at 6 p.m.
I brought
near
this up.
home.
I didn't make it up in my brain, guys. I knew that this was something they had to do.
I'm going to catch up with you later. I still have an errand to run beforehand.
What's with you and the mystery errands all the time, Kaoru? Like, she just, like, magically poofs all the time and goes off on errands. That's what happened on day 1, too, with her.
I'll be on time, like always.
Very punctual of you, Suzumi. Have a nice day, ungrateful little...
Don't make fun of us. Maybe it'd do you some good to shut your mouth.
Whoa!
Don't you agree, Kaoru?
There's that fire. In good time. All in good time.
So, you're sure that you can't be persuaded to come with us?
No, not if you're there, Akito. You're kind of a douche. Akito, how long have you known me?
Well, a while, I guess.
Have you ever persuaded me to do something I didn't want to do?
We got you here, didn't we?
That is true.
Yes,
That's actually a
we
good
know that
point,
you're an
Akito.
individualist.
If you change your mind, you know where to find us.
Yeah, whatever.
We've discussed the concert. What about tomorrow, Suzumi? When do you need us in the office?
10 a.m. would be fine. Will you all be on time, or will there be any exceptions, Kazuki?
Damn, shots fired again, girl. Come on, chill. You know, time is just relative. It was all created for our convenience. It doesn't really exist.
Don't get all philosophical on me. We're not at school, you know.
Kazuki, I have to be honest. Sometimes I want to strangle you.
Oh, man. What if I'm into that, though? I mean... Well, I'll humor you this time, and I'll try to be there for her with a few minutes to spare. Could I get a taxi? The last guy was a lifesaver.
Could I get one too? My taxi allowance was eaten up by a dog. Yep, totally a dog.
Don't try to make jokes, Akito. You're not as funny as me, you idiot.
Ugh, fine. But don't be late.
Wait, I'm actually getting a taxi? That's kind of awesome.
So, are we good? It's already 2 p.m.
Sure thing. We just need to get the bill all settled.
Don't forget, Akito needs that free chicken.
Kazuki starts to
That's
smile.
so funny.
Look carefully at the leaflet.
Yeah, I noticed it too. What do you mean?
Well, today's Monday. Turns out this offer is only available Wednesday and Friday. Read the fine print, Akito, you dumbass. Jeez. Looks like Mr. Chicken is just rolling in the bad luck today. Akito comes back and sees the smiling faces of his friends, who are laughing nonstop.
Say one word and you're dead.
Haha, you idiot.
Akito, come on!
Are we going? I'd like to leave.
I'm not surprised.
Everybody heads out to the busy street.
Thanks for the great time, you guys. Maybe one day we can go out for an all-day hangout. I have an idea where to go, but I'll keep that a secret until we get further into the case.
That sounds kind of fun and mysterious. I dig that, Suzumi.
See you later, everyone.
Bye, Suzumi. Have fun.
Are you going to head out too, Kazuki?
No, I have to take care of something. I'll see you in a bit.
Alright, see you later.
In a bit. I thought like everyone was going to the concert except for me. Whatever. Kazuki continues standing and looking as everyone disappears around the corner. He looks ahead to a busy street. What if it's true that what I remember wasn't an accident? What if the person who helped me was the Phantom, King of Precision, the perfect killer? Why did he save me? Did he have some plan for this?
I have the theory that the Phantom
Ooh,
might
this is
be
spooky
related
music
to
now.
your parents' death.
It's all Akito's fault I'm in this mess. If he didn't pressure me, I could have forgotten all of this. Now the Phantom is all I think about. I wish he were just a ghost so I could forget about him. But he's not. He's a real human being, a man with flesh and blood, and he's still out there. I know that he isn't perfect, and sooner or later, he'll mess up. But who will be next? And if Akito's right about this guy, what's his pattern? We need to find out so we can prevent the next murder. It's a race against time for someone that might not even exist. No, he has to be real. If he wasn't, then my parents would still be alive. I wish everything would go back to the way it was, but it can't. It can never be the same. That's kind of bleak. Kazuki slowly lifts his eyes. Now is the time for Phantom to go, disappear from this world. He'll be shredded to dust. It's only a matter of time when he makes a mistake, and then Yggdrasil will catch him. Kazuki clenches his fists and screams through his teeth. I am coming for you! Damn, Kazuki. Getting Super Saiyan on us here. Meanwhile, back at the Red Dragon. Really? Back here?
Wait.
Oh.
Are you sure they're not here?
Oh.
Susan
hi,
told me to meet up with her
David.
at noon.
Very strangely American name. Just a Western name for a whole bunch of Asian people here.
Wait, it's 2:30 p.m.? Shoot. My watch must have died when I was on the train. Well, thank you anyways.
Hey, no problem, David. As David walks out, he notices someone on a screen.
Huh? Oh, hi there. I guess you wouldn't know anything about Yggdrasil's whereabouts, would you? Don't worry, I'm not a bad guy. Far from it, actually. I'm David Lawford. It's very nice to meet you.
Isn't that like the first thing bad guys say? I'm not a bad guy. Like, hi, David. Also, it sounds like you're very far away from your mic. Can you please move up, possibly?
This place is pretty awesome, not going to lie. I'm still getting lost on the streets. Can't figure out the transit system for the life of me.
Oh, so he's like a foreigner, so that explains why he's just David when there's like Akito and Suzumi. David writes down something in his notepad.
Oh! Sorry for ignoring you.
You
I'm
asked
just
me a
jotting some
question.
notes
You
here.
started
Help
talking to
with
me. Why would you
transition.
do that?
After all, as an international intern, I need all the help I can get.
Yeah, clearly.
See? Celebrate Joseph and Kay's first anniversary. Ah! Oops, wrong page.
Well, congratulations to Joseph and Kay. David flips through his notepad.
Congratulate players on completing the
Oh.
demo. Alright, sounds simple enough.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of actually a funny, fun way to break the fourth wall there and say that the demo's over. I dig that. That's okay.
Well, on behalf of the whole team, thank you for playing this demo. We've had a lot of people working tirelessly to bring you this quality adventure, and we're excited to say that we hope to get a complete release out later this year.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That means you'll have much more Yggdrasil in the future. I actually can't wait to find out what happens to the Phantom Killer, to be honest. It's sure to be a treat.
Me too. I'm actually really excited to see where this game goes, like to have it ramp up and get like really intense, because everything that's been described as far as this game goes on like their website and their Kickstarter page says that it's going to get really dark and gritty, and I love dark and gritty anime, and I really love dark and gritty visual novels. It will be really, really cool to see that happen and see where this progresses.
Well, anyways, I just want to say thank you for being very patient while the team develops this title.
Hey, no problem, David.
We appreciate any support and feedback, and don't forget to share this with all your friends. In the meantime, thank you for listening to the ramblings of supporting character.
That means you guys, by the way. If you guys want to share this link, if you really want to see this game come to fruition, be sure to share the Kickstarter, be sure to play the demo. If you're a YouTuber, make a video about it, or even tweet it out, something like that. It helps devs a lot if you guys can help spread the word about games that look interesting.
I feel like I have to be in a few more scenes at least. I should probably try and call a taxi. See you soon.
All right, see you, David. Thanks for stopping by, man.
There are so many.
Oh,
Jesus!
oh this is...
I burp in the line before Akito burps, and I get mad at him for burping.
All right, so this is
Win.
like behind the scenes voice acting stuff. I dig that. Sorry for talking over.
Well, I got a burp for you. I don't know how disgusting that feels, but I was trying. It's for the sake of acting and realism.
Oh,
I
fun.
hope you all appreciate it.
Oh, we appreciate it, John Archer. This is fun. I like this.
Oh, God. Oh, that's really disgusting, though. I'm so sorry.
It's all good, man. It was for the sake of acting.
Holy crap, Suzumi has a long line. Jesus.
Oh, and I guess that's it, guys. Okay, well, that was fun. That was a lot of fun, actually. I like this a lot. It obviously has some cleanup work that needs to be done, but I really love the art, like I said before. I like the music. They just need to work on sort of the vocal to audio balance. Like the background music tends to be a little bit louder than some of the lines, and it isn't really consistent across the spectrum. Like some of the scenes, it was like really low, and then all of a sudden it would be like this really loud soaring music that was sort of over the dialogue or over parts that I was trying to read out loud myself. But I really dig it. Obviously some of the actual translations need to be cleaned up, but that's something that comes with time. That's something that will come with a final version of the game. Like I said, guys, this seems like a really cool, interesting premise. If you guys enjoyed this, be sure to go support the Kickstarter page, which I'll leave down as a link in the description below. And also be sure to stop by I think that the devs have a Twitter that you can find from their Kickstarter as well, so you can go support them over on Twitter. Tweet this out, let people know about the game, and spread the word about it, because it does seem very interesting. It seems very cool. I like seeing new new visual novel studios start to sort of just form and create their own original works like this. So that's really cool. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this one, please be sure to hit the like button, share the video, and favorite it. Also, be sure to subscribe to me if you guys haven't already. For those of you who have, thank you so much for all of your support. You guys are the best in the world. I love every single one of you, and as always, it was great seeing ya. Bye-bye.
Girbeagly.